Everyone, it's me again with you. I wanted to talk about a topic today, but I didn't got an idea of which topics to talk about. But then I thought, let's go with some experience that I had previously in my previous firm, and let's talk about that. So one of the firms which I worked with a couple of years ago was a fintech firm, which were used to provide a credit card banking account to non-Americans who are in United States. The problem that people who are non-American Americans or immigrants who come to America is that they do not have an SSN number, and also they don't have a credit history. Credit history. So we were able to figure out that how do we decide a credit history for a specific person who is new to the states and provide him with a credit card or a banking account so that they can get started in interest rates because no other bank like BOFA or any other bank in US, Chase, they're only providing them with these credit cards. So one of the problems also with that we worked upon while we were at Resolve was credit card deliveries. What we knew that credit card, which was powered by our firm to the people, were out for delivery, but we weren't able to track them that whether they had been delivered to the user or not. The only way through which we were able to know that it was delivered by when user from his end used to activate that. Then only that card delivered activity was triggered. Understand this that in US it does not work in that way. In India, basically, if you order something from Flipkart or Amazon, you you are able to see each and everything. Your order is placed, your order is shipped, your order is out for delivery, your order is delivered. But since it states and the team who is operating for these credit cards is in India, so it's a bit difficult to maintain that kind of track with all of those things because what I think that we had a partner, UBS or UBC. I'm not able to decide the name of who the partner was, but there was someone who was able to whose only role was to deliver the cards, nothing else, no events track, nothing else, all physical thing that was going on. So what happens when so this basically is kind of that if it was not an edge case, if we were able to track all of these things, how many credit card with out of delivery delivered and activated, how would the funnel look like is something like this. Uh, let's see that someone applied for card. The next event that we would look like to is card is approved from our side, and the third thing is we want to track is if the card is delivered or not. Yes, if the card is delivered or not. Let's see how the funnel would looks like in this demo account. This is a demo account that we are using here. So it looks something like this. Means these people applied for card, these people cards got approved, and for these people the card was delivered. So the numbers aren't great. So what's really happening down there is that a lot of people who would have applied for the card didn't qualify to get the card. Means they do not have the specific uh, they might not be qualifying with respect to their finances, or their background check was not sufficient for us to qualify them to have the credit card. So yeah, we see that it's about 128 or 1.3 for the past 60 days. So when we were working at in this firm, that we figured that out key, we were only able to see this if the card was approved or not. If the card is delivered or not, we weren't having the good picture. uh, there might be different cases of what might happen if a card is not delivered to the user is that might be the possible that the delivery person wasn't able to go to the location to the users. Might be possible that the user was not at his home, so delivery person left the card somewhere else and the user didn't get the card. Might be possible that the delivery person returned the card back to us. So we weren't able to track that. So what we did, one of the ways through which we nudge the user is that every time that we know that the card was outgoing for delivery, because we used to pull some of the uh, uh, APIs from them, which is the last resort that we had. We know that if if something is being uh, approved and is out for delivery, it takes around 5 to 6 days to get delivered. So what we used to do that for every T plus 7 days, we used to trigger push notification from our end and WhatsApp from our end to the users. The idea was once these push notifs and WhatsApp are being triggered to them, they would be able to see that. And in that, we had the messaging that if you have received your card, enter one yes something respect to that, or please activate your card ASAP so that you don't get expired, something like that. So what we saw that we saw improvement in the number of card that was activated from about 92% to 95%, if I remember it correctly. Since I was an intern in that, I was working with the product manager, and he was the one who was leading it, and we were basically executing all of these stuffs under him. So I believe that was improved. And later on, uh, yeah, this is one of the scenarios which we worked on, which is that when some physical item is out for delivery, how do you basically track that? So in clever 2, if you want to check out how many cards are delivered to the users on a daily basis, we can check out these with trends out here, that we can see that every day around 40 cars are being delivered to the user base, to everyone. So you can also track a bunch of more event with respect to card when you see out here. Let's say the event of mm, 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 just custom events. Let's see how many people open their bank account and how many people card will delivered. So we can see here that the delivery is much more as less as compared to the number of bank account that has been opened. Might be possible that these people only open the bank account and didn't apply for the card. Might be they would be using their basic account. Like yes, you can see out here. One thing also you can see that how much volume of transactions is happening with the user base. Every time a card is being swiped somewhere, it's even is triggered, which is charged, I believe. Uh, yes, it's charged, and I want to see that how many volume of amount of dollars is being hit every day. Means used every day. Let's go for the amount. Here we will be able to get that every day around 450, 479K or 500K dollars are being transactions among our user base at the same time. We can see the average too. That the average is around 542 and out here. So yeah, this is the average one. This is quite interesting. We can go for unique users, how many unique users are doing the transaction every day. So we can see a rise of that. So it is quite cool. And every day, how many events are being triggered for this? Around 1796 or 1800 odd transaction are being triggered. So yeah, this is how it looks like in a fintech firm. This is just a demo account, so we won't be able to get more. But if you try, you can also see that how many people churned out or have stopped using our account in this. So you can see that every day around 27-30 people are being churning out. Daily average is 17. So these people are closing their bank account. Might be they don't want our uh, usage or a bank, or they have a better opportunity with a different bank. Let's see how many people are applying for a bank loan and their bank loan getting approved. It's pretty low, 2 or 3. So it depends on bank to bank and what type of startups you are. Uh, let's see how many transaction has failed today. It's 70. And so transaction failure is basically should not happen, but there might be a lot of issue that it may happen from a user end. Low balance, connectivity, credit card is not valid for that part. Let's see one more event. What is the transaction completed versus uh, let's say transaction initiated versus transaction completed, and these things. Let's see what's happening on a specific day. The transaction that has been initiated by the firm is around 839, out of which around 60 of the transaction fails, and around 8:39 transactions are being passed out. So yeah, this is how it works. So this is pretty healthy. It's healthy as long as the transaction, but no, it's not that healthy because you can see that the transaction failure is 10% every day that's been happening with the user. So this is something that needed to be take upon. But if you want to dig in more, and you can summarize this bank transaction failure by uh, you can split these features. If there was a property, let's see what kinds of transactions are being uh, are failure are here. So here you can see that a lot of transaction that is failing is it's pretty equal in everyone. That net banking is the higher, then we have UPI, then we have IMPS and RTGS. mm, we should be able to see that why these are basically failing, because there might be a lot of reason that the bank balance of the user won't be much enough and he started the transaction, so we cannot tell that. So let's see what the type of transaction basically user is doing. It's the same split out here that we did out here. So this does not tell us more about what's happening. So what you need to do is that uh, before a user does the transaction, bank transaction, what you can do that to check out with the formula, if there is a one, that the value of the transaction was lesser than the bank account balance he had. If it was lesser, then it would have gone by, but it was greater, then there has been a failure. And which also means that we weren't able to communicate with the user earlier before the transaction that your bank balance is a bit low. So which is one of the communication issues that one need to sort out. Yeah, that's how it works. I hope you got a gist of basically how in a fintech firm you work on various areas. I won't say this is the only area that is being worked on. There are various areas with respect to user experience and much more, but this was one of the one. Do let me know if you have any queries. I just try to make a video on this, so it's a whole experience that I had earlier. So just wanted to relive the moment. So yeah, that's why. So cool. Have a great day.